Ebonyi State Governor and Chairman of the South East Governors Forum, David Umahi, has alleged that the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, dishes out messages of fear and killings in the region. The region said this is unlike its counterpart movement of the actualization of sovereign states of Biafra, MASOB, which it described as non-violence. The governor further described the idea behind the agitation for Biafra as madness, saying Southeast elite do not want secession but to be treated fairly and equitably in the country. Umahi stated this while speaking on Channel Television Sunrise Daily Breakfast program on Wednesday. The governor said, the separatist groups we know of IPOB, we know of MASOB. MASOB has never been violent and they are approachable and they tend to reason with us. But these other people, IPOB, their command is never in the country and every one of them stays out and dishes out messages of bitterness and messages of threat and fear and killings and are not here with us to feel the pains. So these are just the two groups that I can talk about, but I fear that if IPOB does not call their people to order and stop these threats and killings and all that, other groups will rise up to counter it. But there's no way Southeast would be grounded. There's no way Southeast will be sitting at home while other parts of the country will be doing businesses, whereas we are the one that should be moving because we earn our living by moving. Umahi vowed that the sit-at-home protest declared by IPOB in support of its detained leader Nnamdi Kanu will be scuttled with adequate security in the region. Kanu has been in the custody of the Department of State Services, DSS, since June 2021 after he was arrested and repatriated in Nigeria from Kenya. Describing the agitation of secession by IPOB and MASOB as madness, Umahi said, meanwhile, every elite in Southeast is not desirous of Biafra. We don't want Biafra. We want to be treated equally like other regions in Nigeria. So this idea of Biafra is madness, and we have said, no, we don't want Biafra. If we go our separate ways, Southeast people will lose a lot because we have invested a lot in every part of this nation. It is not to our advantage to leave our investments and walk away, he added. You see how these guys always deceive the people. They think they are smart. First and foremost, all I know is that politicians across board are marginalizing us. If you have not gotten it, forget all this politics, forget what maybe IPOB is saying or what IPOB is not saying. We all are marginalized in this country until we as the people, we will come together and say no, enough is enough, enough is enough with all these tactics that these guys are using. That is when we are going to get it right. Whether somebody is giving a position, juicy position, just like a Saraki always say, oh, I'm leaving this party because juicy position I did not get. I was so shocked. I don't know whether this man was quoted out of context that because of juicy position he left APC. And I was just wondering, so it's all about this position. And for Nigerians, maybe because we are overwhelmed with a lot of challenges and problems, we don't seem to see what benefits us as a people. These guys, these so-called politicians are just there for themselves. And I've said it, the marginalization we are talking about, they are in two different folds, which I can remember for now. Which is the marginalization of the people? The marginalization that even the people are even talking about is not, they are even fighting, to me, even the so-called like IPOB and the rest of them. The marginalization you are talking about, you are even still fighting for these politicians because you will say that, they are not giving us position, they are not giving us this. It is only this set of people that are always getting this juicy position. The question I've always asked is that the so-called people who think that they have it is their birthright to hold one position or to be, to rule this country. You ask yourself, how are their people faring? And I've said it times without number, when you talk about the people, the real people of a nation, the real people of a country, the people that the people that matter, they are the everyday Nigerian on the streets. They are the everyday Nigerian on the street. Just like you have a family, for you to know that a man is doing well, go and check his wife and his children. Go and check. Not that you are going to be a philanthropist all over the place and your children cannot feed. You are something else at home. Every event, you are always there showing off. So when you talk about marginalization, it is a marginalization of the people. Unfortunately, maybe unknowingly, the so-called agitators, the so-called freedom fighters, you are still fighting for these politicians, because when you hear most of them talking, you hear that, oh, we are being marginalized, we are being this, we are being that. And I've said it again, if really we are truthful to ourselves, this fight that the IPOB are fighting, and at the end of the day, they are being blamed for all of these things. It's supposed to be a collective fight of the people. A collective fight. But because you feel that, you don't have somebody who is going to speak for you in the recess, and you begin to fight for all these politicians. Oh, yes, I'm from the Yoruba race. Yes, we are the one in second in command. And I said it, of what use is a Shibaju vice presidency to you as a person every day, every regular person on the street? To what extent? So that being said, coming back to what Umahi is saying again, oh, Masob, Arewa made reference to Masob. Oh, they are so whatever, they are not violent, this and this and this and that. And some people will come and tell you that because they are approachable, according to what he's saying, and that is why he said that his own struggle did not go far. A lot of water have passed under the bridge, and you can see he does not even have that audacity to even talk, because a lot of waters have passed under the bridge. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. So if I thought, okay, let's even leave that aside. If this guy, when he was doing his own whatever, because I don't even know whether he's still on the same course, if really is approachable and he is not violent, or he was not violent, so why is it that all of the things that he's talking about, all of the things he was fighting for, have all of those things been met? He was approachable, he was not violent, this and that, but all of the things that he was complaining about, which we know that they are very, very valid, have all of those things been attended to? We are still on the same distance. You see, once they want to cheat on the people, to deceive the people, they will begin to make references and what have you. The Uwazurike, the Masop, did you answer them? Because they will tell you that the IPOB came out from Masop, but because he saw what is happening there, that the guy is not on the same page with them on what he has been clamoring for. Like I said, a lot of waters have passed under the bridge. So it is very, very, very unfortunate that we have this kind of people. You're just saying this. What is the standard of living of the people? Because at the end of the day, if an Igbo man becomes the president, is he going to change the exchange rate that has been battered? Is he going to change our lifestyle for the better? Our standard of living, is he going to improve? So the question we need to ask. The people who are not even asking the right questions. You just say, oh, my person is there, is it this and that. So far the person is there. He don't care. You begin to think like the northerners. Even you southerners, you begin to think like the northerners, because they don't even care whether they are suffering or whatever. Or at least to an extent, you see that the southerners are still a bit conscious, but they are not really as conscious as they are expected to be. All of those people in the north, majority of them, so far somebody is there, they don't care. Even to the extent of their own life, they don't care. Is that the kind of life we want to continue to be living, fighting for these politicians? Oh, the elite, they do not want Biafra, this and this and this and that. It goes beyond all these things. We are talking of everyday living. Our lives are important. This thing we are talking about. The poverty is too much. So guys, I don't want to say much. I know you have a lot of things to say. Let us know that in the comment section based on what this man has said.